2026 is set to bring a new wave of large open-world games with massive maps and detailed environments. These upcoming titles aim to give players more freedom to explore, fight, and shape their own path. Let's get right into it.
Welcome to the last Crimson Desert Features overview video.
Crimson Desert is an action-adventure game set on the continent of Pywell, where players control Cliff, a member of the Greymanes trying to reunite scattered allies after an ambush by the Black Bears. Players travel across plains, deserts, mountains, towns, and ruins while gathering resources, crafting, hunting, and riding mounts such as horses and wolves. Combat uses swords, spears, and bows with abilities and elemental effects during battles against enemy factions, creatures, and large bosses.
Your journey will be anchored by the Greymane Camp, a stretch of land in Hernand that serves as the faction's new base after Payloon is lost to the Black Bears.
Grab 'em! Find them all!
Its beginnings may be humble, but over time, you'll be able to expand the camp with funds and resources that you acquire on your travels. With these upgrades, the camp will become more than just a place to rest. Here, you can prepare for the journeys ahead. Prepare meals at camp that will keep up your health,
It's about time you got hungry.
or purchase provisions from the camp vendor. You can also go a step further and produce the resources needed for cooking and crafting yourself by working the camp's ranch and farm, a helpful option when resources are in short supply.
So this is home now, eh?
The camp is also the foothold for rebuilding the
Not so
Greymane
shabby.
faction, and building it is the starting point in the journey to reclaiming the Greymane's lost homeland of Payloon. The comrades you reunite with along your journey will come here to regroup, while others will hear news of the camp and arrive of their own accord. These Greymanes can take on several roles. They can be dispatched to locations across Pywell where missions can be found. Having your comrades complete these missions will grant you with currency and resources such as wooden ore and materials required for cooking and alchemy. Greymanes can also be dispatched to blockaded locations and help to whittle down enemy ranks even while you're in other parts of Pywell. Your journey will inevitably take you to the villages, towns, and cities of Pywell's various regions. Here, shops and vendors offer everything from daily provisions to a range of equipment and materials. A blacksmith can forge a new weapon to replace the one you've carried since Hernand, while a tailor ensures you're properly outfitted for the journeys ahead.
Oh, your wardrobe tells your story.
But commerce is only one part of life.
I'll do the same for you someday. This is for you. Good health to you. My words of praise must seem shallow.
There are residents here who are in need of someone to hear their requests. Some may need protection from bandits.
Scout in the area.
Others may ask you to deliver goods, or help track down a missing person. These stories unfold alongside the region's larger tales, offering a glimpse into the everyday lives of those who live in Pywell. Spend a little time in these locations and soak in the atmosphere. Meet residents, both good and bad. Catch whispers of rumors from the locals, or engage in lighter diversions along the way. Just be mindful of the law. Harmful actions can turn residents and guards hostile, making travel more difficult as you're forced to fight your way through pay fines, or even serve time in jail. Beyond the towns and cities, you'll also encounter people and come upon locations that draw you into new adventures. Like a town hidden away, home to some unusual residents.
I don't think. Let's move them.
Or locations that, whether through mechanical or mystical means, require fixing. So take in life apart from the battles and wilderness of Pywell and explore its towns, cities, and beyond. They can provide resources, new stories, or even just moments of levity in your journey. Cooking will be one of your essential activities. Food can replenish or temporarily strengthen your health, spirit, and stamina, giving you the edge in exploration or battle. Along your travels, you'll find bonfires and cooking recipes that allow you to prepare hearty meals. Fishing and hunting will provide the ingredients these recipes require. While items like flowers and insects can be used in alchemy to brew medicines that enhance your combat capabilities. Other activities, like mining and gathering, will also yield materials for crafting and upgrading your equipment. You can also craft more advanced and specialized tools with valuable resources you uncover on your journey. Shaping your daily life in Pywell also extends to customizing your character. At camp, you can adjust hairstyles and tattoos, as well as your outfits using dyes. A wide variety of dyes can be discovered throughout the world or brewed through alchemy, so experiment with the different color combinations available. And that wraps up the Crimson Desert Features Overview series. We've explored Pywell and its stories and characters, the combat and progression, and the activities that make up life in Crimson Desert. We hope that this series has given you a better understanding of the game. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in Pywell.
The world ended long ago.
Darkcraft is an MMORPG with Souls-like combat set in a dark fantasy land filled with ruined castles, temples, forests, and abandoned villages. Players travel through dangerous areas while managing stamina, timing attacks, and reading enemy movements during close combat encounters. The game includes boss hunts, guild systems, cooperative raids, and player versus player battles where loot can be gained or lost. Game masters can also control enemies, trigger events, or appear as bosses to change situations during play.
Nameless warriors die so that legends may live. Silence breaks, and he awakens.
is your last chance to bail.
Exodus is a sci-fi action RPG set 40,000 years in the future after humanity leaves Earth and spreads across the Centauri cluster. Players control a traveler who searches distant systems for advanced celestial technology while dealing with time dilation, where long space travel causes years to pass back home. Gameplay uses third-person shooting, stealth, and strategic combat with an upgradable weapon called the Recycler, alongside missions, decisions with lasting consequences, and interactions with companions.
June.
We're burning time. Now that we're all best of friends, let's make each other rich.
I'm not just here to look pretty. I've got away with celestial tech.
I see a lot of potential in this new partnership.
Let me light the way for you.
Target acquired.
Many thanks again for your help.
You should have been honest.
This place is forbidden. The price is death.
That's what it means to be a traveler.
Thou shalt not kill.
Chronicles Medieval is a sandbox action and strategy game set in a large medieval Europe where players create a character and begin with little status while building power through combat, alliances, and leadership. Players recruit and train troops, command units such as longbowmen and cavalry, and lead armies in skirmishes, field battles, and sieges. The game also includes castle construction, resource management, crafting, diplomacy, and conflicts between factions across a changing political landscape.
I became like them. I took up the sword, prayed I could win redemption through my deeds. But some paths, once taken, have only one ending. I shall find no peace. On this road, there is only death. But that's just my story. Go write your own.
The Wayward Realms is a fantasy RPG set across more than 100 islands known as the Archipelago, where many kingdoms and factions compete for power and influence. Players create their own character with custom skills, spells, and abilities, while dealing with rival groups, mercenaries, monsters, and other threats. The game includes large cities with many characters, procedural systems that generate events and quests, and a virtual game master that reacts to player actions and changes situations across the islands.
We have come to the town of Melhelm, at the behest of Lady Ravensworth, stepmother to the local baron in search of information. Rumors have been circulating of strange occurrences around the tomb of Lord Godsend, a former rival to the baron who met his end at our own hands. We were sent to seek out Niles, an informant for the Order of St. Latra. But it seems the door is locked. There must be another way in. Not the friendly sort. Maybe he just needs a little convincing. Excellent. We have the information we need. Now let's be on our way. We have our goal, but there will be some obstacles in the way. It is up to us how we wish to achieve it. Combat. stealth. Magic. Or using our wits and knowledge. Of course, sometimes that might not be enough.
Varsapura is an action RPG set in a modern city affected by a psychic corruption known as mind rot that twists people and objects into hostile creatures. Players control a recruit from the Supernatural Enforcement and Administration League who investigates incidents linked to the spreading threat. Gameplay includes fast combat using a 3-character switching system, with each character carrying different weapons and abilities, along with driving, stealth segments, environmental puzzles, and missions inside distorted urban locations.
That wasn't the real me.
You lost belongings due to mind rot? Please visit that counter over there. Mind rot control.
All right, thanks.
How can I help you?
I'd like to join SEAL.
Okay. You'll need to go through the interview process first. This is your application form. Read the instructions and sign to confirm. Once you sign, we'll verify your consciousness. This may cause slight discomfort. Let me see. Consciousness verification completed, preparing the interview. Your number I-07. They'll call it out through the announcement system, so please pay attention. It may take a moment. This area is open to visitors. Feel free to look around while you wait.
Although organic matter is more resistant to decomposition, mind rot can severely affect mental health. If exposed, seek medical help immediately. Rest assured, our MRB officers will clear affected areas and reverse the mind rot's effect on your property. Welcome. You're about to observe the process of mind rotting. Note the black substance seeping from the object. This is mind rot.
Number I-07. Please proceed to the interview room. Down the hall on the left of the front desk.
Here for an interview?
Yeah, hi,
Well, isn't that something? They really hit the jackpot with candidates like us. Come on, take a seat. There's only so many safety brochures to leaf through. Grab a chair, let's chat for a bit. This whole Shadow Bureau seems so shady. Everyone says they're strict about hiring, but there's no clear standards. They don't even accept resumes. I don't even know how to prepare. But it's not like I have no experience, you know? I've watched Mindbog murders and Shadow Boys several times. Nothing I can't handle.
What's up with the lights?
What do you think is the better pick? Rescue Brigade or SUN?
Did you see that?
Maybe the Brigade? My girlfriend thinks they're hot.
What happened? Hello? Hello?
Yet another hollow one.
A hollow one? What?
Your straw-filled mind wanders the wasteland inside. Still, you're haunted by a nameless lie. You don't know who you are. I see your true self. You're no hero. I'd say average at best. An officer has come to collect you.
Hello. I'm a shuttle patrol officer, Sayuki. Congratulations on passing the interview. Follow me.
The interview? That guy was an interviewer?
He's a well-regarded senior member of the Shadow Bureau. We call him Mr. Shadow. He interviewed me too, back when I first started. Mr. Shadow has a keen eye for people, so if you got in, it means you've got his seal of approval.
Why can't I see anything?
Just a minor precaution. The Bureau's interior can't be perceived by outsiders. But you can still see me, right? Just stick close. Vivian! I didn't see you there. Yeah, it's nothing. I'm just used to taking notes. Hey, don't judge a book by its cover.
Were you talking about me?
She often teases newcomers. Don't worry about it. If your onboarding goes well, you'll prove her wrong. Looks like a meeting's in progress. Wait just a moment. What's this meeting about? Code Red. Sun's gonna have their hands full. Go ahead without me. I need to take this newcomer to the test chamber. Excuse me? Passing through. Excuse me? Sorry. The meeting rooms in this old building are way too small. This place always gets crowded whenever there's a meeting. Let's go.
Where is the mind rot taking place?
Oh, in the Oakwood district. You know how VP is. This kind of thing happens all the time. That's why we're needed. But don't worry about that now. Okay, this is your final test. Give it your all.
Another test?
Hi, Simmons. Is the test chamber ready?
Dawn authorization approved. Personnel permitted 2. Preparing the test chamber. Marcia is waiting for you.
I just had my psych evaluation, and I'm waiting for the results. So I'll stay away from the test chamber. I mean, I wouldn't want to disturb Marcia.
Fine. Seems like replicator number 3 needs a lens adjustment.
Sure, on it. Actually, I could use some help. Would you mind? Go ahead. This will be your last test.
She won't go easy on you. Good luck.
Go to hell, hideous fruit.
Pay no attention to that. They're thoughts from the mind fog. It powers our test chamber. You've got 60 seconds to eliminate the approaching shadow monsters. Good luck. Swift and precise. Good job. On to the next one. That was just a basic drill. Fieldwork requires quick action. But remember, speed is secondary to ensuring the safety of civilians. Time for your second trial. Save the civilians without alerting the monsters. Keep a low profile and stay undetected. Use your abilities when needed. Great job. Go through that door and catch your breath. You've earned it. What's going on?
The exit's blocked, and there's mind rot in the chamber. Don't touch it if you want to live. Just opened a new route for you. Up you go. down quickly.
What's the matter?
Mind rot readings are off the charts. Any trouble downtown?
Yeah, there's a code red in Oakwood District. Can you let the rookie out?
Already on it. Got more of these bastards to deal with. The exit route is at 60%. Try to keep it together in the meantime.
That's more than a rookie can handle.
Where are you going?
I have to help.
The route's unstable. You'll be trapped inside too.
Then make sure to get us out. Hold on, I'm coming.
Unstable, but I'll get you out.
Copy that. I'll clear the monsters to reduce the mind bog's interference. Just get that door working. Your power should be more effective against the jellies. Leave the suits to me. We'll need to fight till Simmons opens the exit. Nicely done. We make a good team. Area secured. Looks like the test was wrong about you. You're actually impressive in real combat. Simmons, I'd say we've underestimated this one.
Exit's almost open. Just hold on. Command invalid. Be careful. It's getting closer.
Simmons?
Deploy platforms.
Simmons! Comms are down. We may be cut off from the outside world. Stay sharp. I've got your back. Oh! Falling platforms! Get up there to deploy them. You're a natural. Fall back. Avoid the contaminated zones. HQ must have noticed the anomaly by now. We've got to hold on. No ordinary mind rot. It's dissolving everything into the mind bog.
Including you if you stay here. Now go!
Anyone hurt?
I'm fine. Rookie, you okay?
I'm okay.
There's a full response underway. Patrol needs you.
Be right there. We're wrapping up. You definitely passed the test. Now I just need to brief you on...
I will take it from here. Follow on with me.
All right. I appreciate your help.
The situation is serious, but they have what it takes. As for you, I'm humbled. Even an entity like me can misjudge. Your potential, it runs deeper than you realize. But your motivations are not as they appear, correct?
Is this part of the interview?
While unofficial, this conversation will determine your future with the Bureau. Why do you want to join SEAL?
I'm looking for my killer. Not the most altruistic goal. You're right, but who doesn't have secrets? As long as we serve the Bureau, isn't that enough?
A fair point. We share the same goals. You have a way with words. The Bureau needs your help with the mind rot incident. Prove yourself worthy of this.
This may be my chance to ask about the killer. Sir, do you happen to know an officer that uses a snake scale umbrella?
Oh? Why the sudden interest?
You see, I owe my life to this courageous officer. I want to thank them, personally.
Expressing gratitude. What a rare trait. I'll help you. Await my message. Welcome to SEAL.
Boys Park, ready for cleanup.
Fit here. On the scene now.
Requesting additional sun response in Oakwood.
This is V. Be there soon.
Gruden Hill is expanding. Code yellow. Looks like someone's already flagged it?
Unit 08123. 5 minutes out. Orientation is so important. Good thing Dawn still has a training tapes feature.
As you've learned, humanity's collective thoughts manifest as the rain of thought. Like water stagnating without proper drainage, it can build up and cause rot. Mind rot buildups erode reality, breaking minds, spawning monsters, and warping our world. End of Module 14. Proceed to...
Rain of thought never stops.
Nicely put. determined. What made you choose SEAL?
An officer changed my life. I joined the Force to follow his footsteps. Wish I could thank him in person.
That explains a lot.
I'm hoping my work with everyone gets me closer to finding him. Think you could help with that?
We're a team now, so... Okay, but no heroics once we're in the field. If it gets bad, you retreat. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
We're here. Dawn has locked down this area. We need to get verified. Technically, you could enter from anywhere, but let's use the main gate this time. Okay, let's head in.
Permission updating. Access granted. Hello, rookie. I'm Dawn, Seal's companion.
Dawn, are the observation points available?
Yes, ready to locate nearby monsters. Always a pleasure. Happy to work with everyone's favorite SEAL officer. It looks like that ad campaign is really...
Just a few more left. Ready for one last push.
Attention all units. Oakwood has been contained. Emergency status lifted. You may resume regular duties.
Sun never disappoints. Let's wrap this up and get some coffee. My treat.
Jordan Hill contained. The brigade is en route for cleanup. Well done, officers.
Roger that. 08123, over.
Well done, officers.
Oh, almost forgot. Your reward for your first assignment. Shock Americano. Perfect for staying alert, fighting off fatigue, and doing your best. All that mind rot cleared, and we're still buried in work back at SEAL. Well, Director Nyan has big plans, but they're hard to pull off.
He seems a bit unreliable.
Then introduce me to more reliable people like you.
I'll ask around online.
Great. Can't wait to interview them in person.
By the way, what was the director's big plan?
To save the world.
Ad Mortem is a multiplayer medieval combat game set in the dark world of Contrara, where players control a warrior known as a Vessel, a being bound to endless battles after the fall of the old gods. Gameplay includes first and third-person melee combat with swords and other weapons during team battles between rival factions. The game also features cooperative dungeon runs against enemies, several competitive PvP modes such as duels and large matches, and character customization through equipment and cosmetics. Black Frost: The Long Dark II is a survival game set in the northern city of Harmont and its surrounding wilderness after an event called the Aurora disables modern technology. Players manage hunger, cold, weather, and other hazards while searching for supplies across forests, towns, and abandoned areas. The game includes character traits, a will-to-live system that tracks psychological stability, and options to survive alone or cooperate with other players while dealing with wildlife, extreme storms, and radioactive Black Frost.
Streets of Rogue 2 is a high-octane...
Streets of Rogue 2 is a sandbox RPG, where players attempt to remove a corrupt president using many different approaches. The game features procedurally generated maps with cities, countryside, caves, and other locations filled with interactive systems. Players can choose or create characters with unique traits and complete objectives through combat, stealth, hacking, dialogue, farming, building, or theft. The world also supports vehicles, destructible environments, AI characters, and cooperative play with others.
Goal is completely up to you. Assemble a mercenary army and plan a coup. Stage a zombie virus outbreak. Or just chill out, build a farm, and totally ignore the main quest. Pick from a diverse roster of playable character classes, each with their own unique, weird traits. Take a look at these glorious bastards. Hacker, chef, cultist, wrestler, detective, ninja, also gorilla, and werewolf, and investment banker, and many more. Be sneaky. Or go guns blazing. Or make others do your dirty work. Get inventive and experiment. There are multiple ways to complete each mission. Wreak havoc with a vast arsenal of weapons, gadgets, and vehicles. Machine guns, shrink rays, bear traps, check. Supercars and speedboats, check. Boomboxes, banana peels, rat summoning ocarina, Necronomicon, check, I guess. The huge procedurally generated map of Streets of Rogue 2 features multiple beautiful biomes, bustling cities, serene countryside, mysterious caves, sunlit islands, creepy graveyards. Explore this lively world, engage with its quirky inhabitants, and write your own story. Streets of Rogue 2 is coming to Steam.
The Rotor Laboratory, on behalf of the government, assures that
Rooted is a survival game set in a post-apocalyptic world where a global bacteriological war has destroyed modern civilization and nature has reclaimed large areas of the environment. Players gather resources, salvage objects from abandoned locations, craft tools, and build camps or fortified bases. The game includes hunting, exploration of forests and ruined cities, encounters with animals and other survivors, and options to survive alone or cooperate with other players while improving equipment and shelter.
school and shops around your block. It is crucial to have your ID card with you at all times in case of control. For safety reasons, the Army has deployed autonomous civilian security robots. They are here to protect you.
Port Desire, a city that don't belong to anyone. But
No Law is a cyberpunk action RPG set in the port city of Port Desire, where players control Gray Harker, a former soldier trying to live quietly after severe injuries from military service. The game uses a first-person perspective, while players move through dense city districts, rooftops, and alleys while interacting with various characters and factions. Gameplay includes shooting, stealth approaches, mission choices with different outcomes, and the use of tactical equipment and upgrades during confrontations.
dirt instead of blood. But desire is a fickle mistress. The city won't let me go. It won't forget my name. I asked for nothing, and they still came and took everything. The mayors and anyone that stands in my way, every last one of them. They're gonna learn something real simple.
Breathed 2 is a survival game set in outer space where players manage a small crew while dealing with hazards across different star systems and planetary locations. Gameplay includes gathering resources, crafting equipment, expanding and upgrading a spaceship, and traveling using various vehicles in space or on planetary surfaces. Players also face hostile enemies while handling crew management, maintaining ship systems, and completing objectives connected to a powerful space corporation.
The neighborhood shakes from every tone. He's no DJ, no nerdy botanic. Who is it, kids? The mechanic. The mechanic. Grinders buzzing, zoom, zoom. Daddy's fixing, boom, boom. His manicure is dirt under nails, a cap and stash. That's how he sails, polite and kind, not some street maniac. Who is it, kids?
I just... Solarpunk is set in a world of floating islands where players gather resources, build structures, and create farms to sustain life in the sky. The game includes systems for generating electricity using solar panels, wind turbines, and water power to run automated equipment. Players can craft gadgets, use drones to collect materials, and build airships to travel between islands while managing food production and base construction alone or with other players. Star Rupture is a first-person survival and base-building game set on a hostile alien planet affected by recurring cataclysms. Players gather and process resources to construct factories, automated machines, and expanding industrial systems that support their base. The game includes combat against waves of alien creatures that threaten structures and equipment. Players also deal with environmental hazards, such as extreme temperatures, while managing production systems and defending their facilities alone or with others.
And going back home?
100%.
Really?
No.
Get up. I'll help you.
Reporting for duty.
Science awaits.
Fascinating.
Let's build something.
Raptura activity detected. Hide. Raptura status stable.
Today.
As One We Survive is a top-down survival game set in a post-apocalyptic America where players control a father searching for help for his sick daughter after a collapse of infrastructure. Gameplay includes scavenging towns and wilderness for food, medicine, and supplies while crafting tools and maintaining equipment. Players also recruit survivors, build and upgrade facilities for a growing community, manage resources, defend the settlement from threats, and complete missions. Beyond is a survival sandbox where players take the role of a bioengineer working on the alien planet Sota 7 while studying unfamiliar plants and animals. Gameplay involves gathering materials, building a research base, and using bioengineering systems to crossbreed species and create new organisms with different properties. Players also craft equipment, conduct experiments, manage drones that assist with construction, and deal with environmental dangers while researching life forms across the planet.
Analyze every plant I encounter until I find that perfect specimen, or create it. I do my best to perform with the tools I've been given.
Construction completed.
Living in harmony with nature is not always easy. Yes, we need some help here. Wildlife is one thing, but there are also other things I'm a bit worried about. When I first arrived on Sota 7, I assumed I'm the first person that laid eyes on these wonders. Was I mistaken?
Permafrost is a survival game where players endure a frozen post-apocalyptic Earth after a disaster leaves the planet covered in ice. Gameplay involves hunting wildlife, gathering resources, crafting tools, and constructing shelters or larger bases to survive extreme cold and harsh weather. Players also search abandoned locations for supplies, interact with other survivors and rival groups, and travel across icy regions alone or with up to 4 players while managing hunger, exhaustion, and environmental threats. Outbound is a simulation adventure where players travel across a colorful landscape using a customizable camper van that functions as a mobile base. Gameplay includes collecting materials, crafting workstations, and installing modular structures and furniture on the vehicle. Players also generate electricity through solar panels, wind turbines, or water systems while growing crops and cooking food. The game supports solo play or cooperative sessions where up to 4 players manage resources and maintain a sustainable off-grid lifestyle. Away from Life is a survival adventure where players control a helicopter crash survivor stranded across remote islands while trying to return home. Gameplay includes gathering resources, hunting animals for food, crafting tools, and building shelters using materials found in the environment. Players travel across beaches, forests, and surrounding waters while searching for supplies and hidden locations. The game also supports cooperative play where multiple survivors work together to improve their chances of survival. Atmosfar is a survival adventure where players travel across a planet made of floating islands while investigating the collapse of a human colony. Gameplay includes piloting small flying vessels to move between islands, gathering scrap materials, and converting them into tools, fuel, and equipment. Players also maintain a large mobile airbase called the Cloud Cruiser that stores vehicles and supplies, while managing resources, upgrading machines, and dealing with dangerous weather conditions in the skies. Whisper of the Swallows is a survival game set in a procedurally generated wilderness affected by extreme weather and dangerous creatures that appear at night. Gameplay includes gathering resources, hunting wildlife, crafting tools and equipment, and constructing shelters using a detailed building system. The game also features skill-based combat, exploration of forests and caves for rare materials, and cooperative play with multiple players working together to survive storms and hostile enemies. Astrobotanica is a survival simulation where players control an alien botanist stranded on prehistoric Earth while searching for rare plant species. Gameplay involves studying local flora, growing crops, crafting equipment, building shelters, and taming animals while managing resources needed to produce carbon dioxide for breathing. Players also interact with Neanderthals through trading and assistance, research plants for food and medicine, and progress through skill paths that improve scientific knowledge and survival abilities. Oceaneers is a survival colony simulation where players manage a group of survivors living on floating islands in a flooded world. Gameplay includes gathering resources, crafting equipment, farming crops, and constructing structures to support the settlement. Players design rafts for expeditions, explore island bunkers for technology known as float tech, and research new systems to improve production. The colony must also deal with hazards such as storms, sharks, and wildlife while maintaining food, water, and survivor needs. FEROCIOUS is a first-person action game where players awaken on a remote island filled with dinosaurs, mercenaries, and hostile wildlife. Gameplay combines shooting, resource gathering, and crafting weapons or equipment needed to survive dangerous encounters. Players move through forests, ruins, and other island locations while searching for supplies and hidden routes. The environment also plays a role in combat, allowing players to manipulate creatures or hazards to attack enemies and create tactical advantages.
Is it recording?
Yeah, it is.
It's in...
The Cube is an MMORPG shooter built around a massive levitating structure made of rotating rows and shifting sections that constantly alter the layout of the environment. Players enter this structure to complete missions, fight hostile forces, and confront powerful bosses across changing biomes. Gameplay combines shooting, character progression, and quests within a shared online world, while players investigate a mysterious equation hidden inside the cube that has the potential to change the laws of reality.
How did the whole of humanity miss it? And did we actually miss it? What if the cube didn't appear but revealed itself? What if it was always there and we've only just started to see it?
Light No Fire is a survival adventure where players live on a vast fantasy planet generated at planetary scale. Gameplay includes gathering resources, constructing buildings, forming settlements, and surviving across different biomes and landscapes. Players travel by foot, sail across oceans, ride creatures, or fly mounts while searching for resources and hidden areas. The world supports shared multiplayer interaction where people can build communities, cooperate on survival tasks, or travel independently across distant regions. Mortal Shell 2 is an action RPG where players control the Harbinger, a figure seeking powerful relics guarded by dangerous creatures across a ruined land. A central mechanic allows players to possess fallen warriors called shells, each providing different combat abilities and playstyles. Progression involves collecting weapons, upgrades, and memories tied to these shells while moving through interconnected regions, temples, forests, and dungeons filled with enemies and powerful bosses.
Of your nature. You're a weapon, child. They'll worship you until you fail. Then what? You're no god, but neither have they.
Solasta II is a turn-based tactical RPG where players create and control a party of 4 adventurers traveling to the continent of Nioh to confront a threat led by the mysterious Shadwin. Gameplay uses the SRD 5.2 rule set with dice-based mechanics that determine combat actions, abilities, and outcomes. Players choose classes, ancestries, spells, and equipment while completing quests, fighting monsters in tactical battles, and making decisions that influence the progress of the story.
Your strength.
Lies. You should have saved her.
She deserves the peace of death.
What an interesting family you must have.
Is that fear I sense? Good.
Stay in the light. Never give in to darkness. Your loving mother, Mahin.
LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight is an action-adventure where Batman protects Gotham City while confronting villains such as the Joker, Penguin, Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, and Bane. The story follows Bruce Wayne's transformation into Batman and his alliance with characters including Jim Gordon, Robin, Nightwing, Batgirl, and Catwoman. Gameplay includes hand-to-hand combat, stealth takedowns, detective investigation, and traversal across Gotham using grappling, gliding, and vehicles like the Batmobile and Batcycle.
Let's get to work.
Who are you?
I think we can help each other. This town deserves a better class of criminal. Good evening, Gotham. Join us in a celebration of absolute chaos!
Someone's gotta step up!
Let's get to the root of the problem.
We don't do that.
Sorry.
Let's forecast a freeze is coming.
This is my favorite part.
Alkahest is an action-adventure RPG set in a medieval kingdom where players control the youngest son of a minor lord trying to build a reputation during growing regional conflicts. Gameplay focuses on close combat, where the environment can be used as part of attacks, such as pushing enemies from heights or using objects during fights. Players also collect ingredients to create alchemical mixtures that function as weapons, tools, or enhancements while exploring castles, forests, and villages.
Away.
The Blood of Dawnwalker is an action RPG where players control Cohen, a man who lives as a human during the day and gains vampire abilities at night. Gameplay includes melee combat, supernatural powers, and magic while confronting enemies across medieval regions such as forests, plains, swamps, mountains, and settlements.
I will fix it.
Forza Horizon 6 is a racing game where you'll get to drive more than 550 licensed vehicles across a large recreation of Japan that includes urban streets, rural roads, mountains, and industrial districts. Gameplay involves participating in festival races, time trials, and competitive events while progressing from a beginner driver to a recognized Horizon champion.
From the studio,
Yakuza Kiwami 3 and Dark Ties is an action-adventure game that continues the story of Kazuma Kiryu as he confronts threats in locations such as Okinawa and Tokyo while protecting the people close to him. Gameplay focuses on close-range brawling combat with combos and special moves during fights against street gangs and rival factions. The package also includes Dark Ties, a separate story centered on Yoshitaka Mine with boxing-based combat and additional side activities.
Okinawa, to protect the orphans in his care from forces trying to destroy their home and show them that hard hits harder.
Uncle Kai.
Plus, Yoshitaka Mine in Dark Ties. In this world, you do what it takes to get ahead, and loyalty can get you killed. Brawls, beauty, bonds.
2 of us will take over the Tojo clan. Easy!
Sometimes the higher you climb, the harder you fall. 2 action-packed, full-length video games for the price of 1.
You will sleep through 14 years of...
Subnautica 2 is an underwater survival game where players travel to an alien ocean planet filled with diverse marine ecosystems and unknown life forms. Gameplay involves diving through different biomes, scanning creatures for research, gathering materials, and crafting tools, vehicles, and underwater bases. Players manage oxygen, resources, and equipment while venturing deeper into dangerous waters. The game also supports cooperative play, allowing small groups to build habitats and investigate ruins together. Nioh 3 is an action RPG where players battle yokai and hostile warriors during a conflict inspired by Japan's Warring States period. Gameplay features 2 combat styles that can be switched during fights, a samurai style focused on direct melee attacks, and a ninja style that uses speed, mobility, and special techniques. Players travel through large, interconnected regions while confronting powerful enemies, exploring dangerous villages, and collecting equipment used to improve combat abilities.
세이브 버밍엄의 크리에이티브 디렉터 차현성입니다. 안녕하세요. 갓세이브 버밍엄의 프로덕션.
God Save Birmingham is a survival game where players attempt to stay alive in a detailed recreation of a medieval English town during a zombie outbreak. Gameplay involves searching buildings and markets for supplies, crafting tools and weapons, and maintaining food, water, and shelter. The game uses physics-based interactions that allow players to block doors with objects, climb obstacles, or manipulate the environment while avoiding large groups of undead roaming the streets.
We developed a guide that provides helpful information and natural progression goals when starting the game. The guide introduces the player character, setting, and premise. It serves as a tutorial that teaches the player what they can do and presents your character's thoughts and goals based on the current situation. You can think of it as a content system that fulfills the role of both tutorials and quests typically found in survival games. Next, let's look at what was developed regarding weapons and combat, which many players have shown an interest and given feedback about during the pre-alpha test. In the alpha build, one-handed blunt weapons have been implemented. These include clubs, maces, and hammers. Since they have no blades, they're not well suited to cutting off zombie limbs, but they are effective for attacking the head. Setting them further apart from other weapon types, they can also stagger zombies and momentarily hinder their movement. A wide range of tools will be included in this weapon category, from actual weapons like maces to everyday tools like rolling pins. We've also added a scythe as an available weapon in the alpha build. Scythes often appear as flashy weapons in medieval fantasy games, but in our game, they're actually an agricultural tool being used as a weapon. That said, it's a tool familiar to farmers. If you swing it with more force than you would when cutting grass, it can slice through a zombie's leg or knock them down. When we were creating the swing animation for the scythe, we referred heavily to real scythe handling motions used in farming. Objects in the game now have durability. If you use weapons or tools for a long time, their durability will decrease and they'll break. You'll need to stockpile materials for repairs or keep spare equipment on hand to survive. Durability also applies to locked doors and barricades. If you encounter a locked house you want to loot, you can kick or attack the door to break it open. Conversely, if it's your own shelter, you'll need to manage the durability of doors and barricades to prevent zombie intrusion. Weapons or tools that use blades now have sharpness to manage. If a blade becomes dull, it will be less effective for killing zombies. After spending the day scavenging and fighting, you can return to your shelter and sharpen your worn blades before going to sleep to prepare for the next day's survival. Based on feedback from the pre-alpha test, we've improved the game's aiming system so the player's melee attacks will now accurately hit the point your mouse reticle is aimed at. Combat in Save Birmingham is designed so that the character strikes exactly where the player intends, and zombies react differently depending on which body part is hit. This encourages players to strategically choose target areas and develop precision in hitting those exact spots. Allowing the main character to precisely strike arbitrary points based on the player's aim in a third-person melee system with a behind-the-back camera and realistic animation has been a big technical challenge. This wasn't polished enough in the pre-alpha build, which resulted in a less satisfying combat experience. We've also kicked off full-scale development on the crafting system. To survive in a village overrun by zombies, securing your doors is extremely important. In the alpha build, the door system has been further enhanced. You can now lock doors with a latch, preventing zombies outside from simply pushing their way in. If a building has entrances you don't intend to use, you can fully block them with nails and boards to make your shelter safer. On the flip side, many houses in the village will now be found locked or barricaded. You'll need tools to either break or dismantle obstacles in order to get in and loot supplies, and it will take time to accomplish either way. We took our first steps towards a system that allows players to construct and place various survival-related structures. You can now build things like fire pits and drying racks wherever you want. Right now, only a few basic craftables and constructions are available, but many more will be added throughout development. Save Birmingham is a survival simulation game, where a key part of gameplay is managing the player character's health and related status effects. In the alpha build, we've further refined the health management system and would like to share the improvements. If you leave your wounds untreated, linger too long in a cold environment, or if your body gets too dirty, you may catch a disease. Diseases range from mild illness like colds that impose small penalties, to deadly ones like plague that can kill you and end the game. When your character is bitten by zombies or falls from high places, they'll take injuries that need to be properly treated. Apply ointment and wrap wounds, and replace wraps until wounds heal. If neglected, your character may suffer severe damage from bleeding or infection. Your character will gradually become dirty during gameplay, particularly when they get splattered with blood from killing zombies or take a fall in a muddy area. To clean up, you can wash yourself in the stream or a basin of water. Neglect your hygiene for too long, and your character may catch a cold or some other infectious disease, resulting in various penalties. God Save Birmingham is being developed with the goal of presenting a vivid, realistic, and intricate visual depiction of the player characters' movements as they engage in various survival activities. This includes animations for things like wrapping and unwrapping wounds on various body parts, pouring water from a container to wash your body, chopping ingredients into a stew pot, and sharpening the blade of a scythe or axe. During the development of the alpha build, we've implemented a framework that allows for more diverse and detailed movement animations. We plan to continue expanding the variety of movement animations from now until the game's launch.
알파빌드를 개발하는 기간 동안 저번 테스트에서 여러분들께서 남겨주신 피드백이 많은 도움이 되었습니다. 이번 플레이 테스트에도 참여해주시고 피드백 남겨주시면 저희가 앞으로 개발을 하는데 많은 도움이 될 것 같습니다. 감사합니다.
The great Silkovsky once said,
Atomic Heart 2 is an action RPG set in a retro-futuristic alternate history where players confront new threats across multiple locations connected to a larger global conflict. Gameplay combines shooting, melee weapons, and special glove abilities that can be used together during combat encounters. Players complete missions, interact with returning and new characters, and engage with role-playing systems that allow upgrades, equipment changes, and different approaches to challenges throughout the story.
Yet, for this. The dawn of a new era. The era of Atomic Heart 2.
Of Peaks and Tides is an action RPG where players survive on an ancient land shaped by dynamic physics and environmental systems. Gameplay includes gathering resources, crafting tools, building structures, and taming creatures while adapting to changing weather and seasonal conditions. Players can manipulate natural elements such as fire, water, or terrain during combat and survival tasks. The game also supports cooperative play, where groups work together to construct settlements and rebuild civilization. The Duskbloods is a multiplayer action RPG where you'll control supernatural warriors known as Bloodsworn and compete in matches that combine player combat with enemy encounters. Gameplay takes place in 8-player sessions where participants fight each other while also confronting AI enemies and powerful bosses to earn points and complete objectives. Players customize characters, select roles that influence abilities, and use fast movements such as jumps or aerial travel while exploring gothic and industrial locations during matches.
Turn, O wheel, and transport him to a night of moonlight, to humanity's very dusk.
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon-to-depart.
I pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
Will flow for one, and one alone.
What you doing up there?
I'm just fixing some
Grand Theft Auto 6 is an action-adventure game where players follow two protagonists, Jason Duval and Lucia Caminos, as they take part in criminal activities across the state of Leonida. Gameplay includes driving vehicles, completing missions, interacting with different characters, and exploring locations such as Vice City, swamps, islands, and urban districts. The story centers on robberies, conflicts with criminal groups, and a wider conspiracy that develops after a failed bank heist.
I'm here for Lucia Caminos. She's supposed to be getting out.
What's your name?
Jason Duval.
I think you heard before.
You might have. Hey.
Hey.
Hands above your head, now!
You, Sting. The new beginnings.
You make news, isn't it? Trust me, this place is just the start for us.
Ring the bell! Shots for me!
The only thing that matters is who you know and what you got.
Gonna do this? You're doing it right.
Yo, D, this full effect? They got your name, address, they got everything.
Us cops, we gotta protect each other.
Like,
You and me, bro. You got this.
We got it.
Save my city, baby! I said baby!
Come to Bill's Ammunition today. We got more guns than all out.
Hey.
Hey, if you got friends, can you hook me up, please?
Fable is an action RPG where players create a hero and travel across the land of Albion while shaping their reputation through decisions and actions. Gameplay includes melee combat, ranged attacks, and magic used against bandits, creatures, and other threats encountered during quests. Players can also interact with towns and villagers, purchase property, take different professions, form relationships, and influence how people react to the character throughout the story. The Sinking City 2 is a survival horror experience set in the flooded city of Arkham, where players explore ruined streets, abandoned buildings, and waterlogged districts filled with strange creatures. Combat focuses on using limited weapons and resources to face dangerous monsters inspired by cosmic horror. Exploration, puzzle solving, and environmental clues play a key role as players uncover dark mysteries hidden across the city and gradually reveal the disturbing truth behind its downfall.